Hi, welcome to Fission and Bloom. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how different flavours are extracted during the brewing process of coffee and how these flavours change throughout. For this demonstration, I'll be using the V60 pour-over method to show you how sour, sweet and bitter flavours are extracted at different times and how combining them can create a more balanced cup of coffee. I'll start with 15 grams of specialty coffee beans. Firstly, I lightly spray the beans with a little water to reduce static and retention in the grinder. Then I grind them at a medium-coarse setting. Next, I place the filter paper in the V60 cone and wet it with hot water. This helps pre-warm the filter, the cone and the beaker. Now I add ground coffee to the cone and tar the scales. For the brewing, I'm going to demonstrate how flavours are extracted in stages by splitting the brew into 4 different sections, each representing a different part of the extraction process. I start by pouring 50 grams of hot filtered water onto the coffee and letting it run through. I let the coffee bloom and extract for around 1 minute before collecting the liquid in a cup. This is our first cup, capturing the early extraction. I then tar the scales and pour another 50 grams of water, letting it run through and collecting the second cup of coffee. I repeat this process twice more, with 4 pours of 50 grams of water until I have 4 cups, each representing a different part of the extraction. Now let's taste each of these cups to see different flavours extracted at various stages. Cup 1. This is the early part of the brew. I can taste that it's very tart and sour. This is because sour flavours are extracted first in the brewing process. Cup 2. This cup is quite sour, though a bit less intense than the first one. Cup 3. This is where things change. This cup is more balanced and chocolatey. The sweetness is more prominent here. cup 4. Finally, the last cup tastes weak and flat. It's more watery, with a hint of bitterness, as this part of the extraction tends to bring out these flavours. I'm going to combine all 4 cups into one to create a full balanced brew. What I find here is that the combined cup is much more rounded and complex. The tartness from the first cups and the sweetness from the middle combine to create a well-balanced flavour. This is why full extraction of the coffee usually represents or results in the best cup. Next, I'm going to repeat the process, but with a coarser grind to see how it changes the extraction. Once again, I brew 4 cups, pouring 50 grams of water each time. After tasting, I notice something interesting. Cup 1, this time, the first cup is less sour than before. Cup 2, the second cup is actually more sour and tart than the first, suggesting that the coarser grind altered how sour flavours were extracted. Cup 3, just like before, this cup is sweeter and more chocolatey, with no noticeable sourness. Cup 4, the last cup is watery but slightly sweeter compared to the first setup. When I combine all the cups from this coarser grind setup, the flavours are again more rounded and nuanced, but their overall taste is slightly different from the first setup, with more noticeable sour notes from the earlier cups. In conclusion, as you can see, the way flavours are extracted during the brewing process changes depending on the grind size and timing of the extraction. Early on, sour and tart flavours dominate, followed by sweetness in the middle, and finally bitterness and watery flavours towards the end. By combining the different stages, we get a more balanced and complex coffee. This process shows how small adjustments in the brewing method, like grind size and timing, can significantly influence the taste. It's all about experimenting and finding the right balance that works for you. Thanks for watching.